Also, a really great question, hearing voices, and you think it's in your mind. And I want to share with you how it always comes through for me. And again, every person who does any type of mediumship work or anything like that, this might be different for them, but I'll just share with you my experience. When spirit guides speak to me, it's usually through, it comes in like that. Like it sounds like they're talking to me, like a conversation, but it's hard to really describe because it doesn't feel, it's nothing usually I would say. So sometimes it comes through in another language. Sometimes it's in my voice, which is interesting because it will have like, especially depending on where they're from, it'll have like an accent, things like that. But then sometimes if I'm having a hard time understanding or when I'm asking things, it doesn't seem clear, I will actually ask my spirit guides more to speak to their spirit guides more clearly. So sometimes I feel like I'm just channeling and receiving. And sometimes if it feels foggy, I actually ask my guides to talk to their guides. And sometimes this comes through as other languages, which is usually why it is foggy or it seems a little unclear. But it's almost like, even though it comes through in another language, it's like you all of a sudden know what they're saying. It's very, again, it's kind of something that's hard to describe. And I think people often seek out some type of mediumship or something like that because they feel like the other realm has an answer that is going to affect them or change their life. And really, when people are seeking the awareness of a kind of what's going on with the spirit guides, they're worried about them. It's more for themselves. It's always for themselves, for their comfort, not necessarily for the person who's not with us anymore. And it's because if we had all the information when we came here about what happened afterwards, we would never really experience life. We would never be curious. We would never have that innate drive to learn and to grow. So not having awareness about what happens after we die is on purpose. It's on purpose so that way you can be curious, you can learn about yourself, you can experience life without being clouded by like, well, it's fine, I'm going to leave this body behind anyways. And if you do believe that, it's something that when you're born, you know your infinite potential and your infinite love. It's something that you unlearn and you have to relearn.